Alright, morning everyone. This is Daniel Vegematic 10. We're gonna jump straight into a Vayne coaching with the matchup being Vayne versus Callista. Now, one thing I don't like about Vayne and Vayne players in general is the fact that when you're playing as Vayne, um, you have a lot more to learn than just the general sense of what AD carries typically learn. So what I mean to say with this is that people pick Vayne, a lot of players are like, the statistic was that most of them are generally toxic. The other statistic is that they don't do so well. All these silver players, all these gold players, all these bronze players come to me with Vayne requests, and it really frustrates me when they actually don't have enough knowledge of the game to play a higher skill cap champion like Vayne. The reason why Callista, Sivir, and Corki are very relevant in the meta right now is because the meta calls for rushing, team fighting, and hard engage, as well as poke and disengage. Vayne doesn't really have many of those. She's more of a carry on her own, and to play her effectively, you need to know the game before you know the champion. So most of the time, it's just people, thinking that they're really cool and all that, and that's what frustrates me the most. If you don't know the game, how are you supposed to play the champion to its fullest potential? You can look up like solo queue and you can see the past 20 matches. Like I just looked up ODY Odyssey Gaming's Steelback, the AD carry. Like he doesn't have any Vayne games on him in the last 20 games played. Like come on, that's gotta say something about picking Vayne. So basically, know the champion. I mean, not know the champion. Know the game before you know the champion, because playing Vayne takes more than just last hitting and using your tumble effectively. Not just kiting, positioning, and micromanaging. There's so many little things that everybody can simply get, even with lots and lots of practice. And even if you do have lots and lots of practice with one single champion, Vayne's not going to win every single game, not every single matchup. Vayne's also not going to be able to carry every single game, and there are better champions that can carry equally as well and don't take as much, complexity. Okay, so that right there, that enough alone was a demonstration of game knowledge and how to mechanically last hit. So the fact that you kind of just messed up the CSing count right there, that's already an indicator of how well you can play Vayne. Jesus, what is this internet tracker shit? All right, it's gone now. Okay, so you've already missed one CS. Now, how can you be aggressive in this lane? Well, you see, the thing is, even if you guys hit level 2, and bot lane is definitely a lot about power spikes, level 2, level 3, etc., etc. Even if you hit level 2 as Vayne in the bot lane, you've got no way to really counterplay the Callista and Callista and Tahm Kench synergy. The reason being is because, aside from the fact that they're bound together, but Callista has so much kite ability that it forces Vayne to commit further and further deep down the lane, which allows Tahm Kench to poke as they kite. These guys have the kite and defensive play, at the same time they can be aggressive, whereas this lane is solely based on pure farming because they've got Janna as a support. But it's not even the Janna's fault. An aggressive Janna can make the Vayne aggressive, because the support dictates the lane, how the lane goes out. But the thing is, no matter what happens, the trades will always be typically won, even if the patch has passed. Trades will be typically won by Callista, because Callista can kill minions more effectively. As long as this Tahm Kench is actually not AFK and actually doing something, though. But 9 minions. Alright, so when you hit level 2, you kill the first wave. She's already done that. She missed 1 CS. Now she needs to kill these 3 in order to hit level 2. However, these players are dangerously closer to level 2 than you will be, because you haven't killed these 3 minions, whereas they've already wiped out 2 of them. The moment this minion dies, their bot lane will hit level 2, which means that you have to play safer if they actually know how to capitalize on it. What Tahm Kench should have done is actually walk up here and pressure the Vayne. So let's see how this plays out. Oh my god. Okay. Hit. Okay, she needs to hit that before it hits the... Alright, she's already missed 2 CS total. And what you can do is right there is, like, there's no... You have a minion wave coming towards you, and theirs is farther away. So what you could have done right there instead is just freeze it before it hits the tower so you don't miss the CS. It's a melee minion, so it's worth more. Why? What is with this player's tumbling abilities? She's missed so much CS. Like, oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, this is an important thing. Knowing the game, game knowledge is game knowledge and mechanics going towards one category. Mechanics can get you so far and game knowledge can get you so far, you know? And so having the mechanical ability to assess how much damage you do to kill the CS is very important when playing AD carry, because AD carry's golds are very, very, very problematic in the current meta, you know, because like mid laners can just go back with 1250 gold, whereas bot laners can go back with 1250 gold, and mid laners can buy a needlessly large rod getting a power spike early, whereas AD carries can get a pickaxe and maybe a boot and some potions and a ward. And they don't have a power spike as much, you know, it's just one pickaxe compared to like a needlessly large rod, which is still pretty fucking strong. 60 AP, you know, like some AP ratios are really high, but that's beside the point. Anyway, what I'm trying to point out with that is that every bit of gold that you get really matters, and the more CS you miss, the more you will regret it later, because it means that you have to spend time getting more CS to make up for the CS that you missed before. And instead, when you truly wanted to back, you know, like, oh crap, I'm missing 40 gold. Maybe if I got those 2 or 3 cannon minions or something like that, I wouldn't have to wait. It just means you have to commit longer to lane to get what you want. And typically about 5 minutes, if you have 5-6 minutes, if you have the right amount of CS, you can go back with a BF sword, like 1550 gold, like straight up. 5 or 6 minutes of CSing, so around like the 8-minute mark or something like that, if I remember the timing correctly, of course. But that's all in hindsight. You have to just get the lane out. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're gonna back it there and slow down a little bit. Not like that slow. Okay. Right here. She should reactively tumble. Not... Okay, wait for that. Yes, good. Now, reactively tumble. She would tumble right there. Not to get hit by that. She doesn't want to lose the trade. But she tumbled too slow. That's just one thing. It's just tumble when you're expecting a skill shot. Like, just right when it comes out. Just have your finger ready and then pull the trigger. And right away, she could also have turned immediately and auto-attacked in order to counter. We're going to backspace it a little bit, and I'm going to play it out. I want to see exactly how what she did right after she tumbled. Okay, tornado came in disengaged. She should attack immediately. She should attack immediately. She should attack immediately. Okay, she did not attack immediately. Why should she attack immediately? Why should she attack immediately instead of waiting for that little bit of distance right there? Why does that matter? Well, she got 2 auto attacks off. But if she attacked immediately, she would have gotten the 3rd off, thereby not only winning the trade, but look at the HP that she lost for the HP that she would have taken away from Tahm Kench. Do you think that was worth it if she attacked a little bit earlier? The answer is yes, because you know the 3rd proc, which is Silver Bolts, is actually truly outrageous in terms of damage. So all she had to do, oh my god, game knowledge, boys. Just eat the skill shots more and more. If she's gonna keep eating the skill shots, this means that she's gonna have to burn a potion, and that is bad. Oh my god, and she's gonna miss CS too. Hit it, good. Well, that one you can't really do much about, but at least you tumbled to dodge the Tahm Kench shit. Wow, good job. You waited. Yeah, wait for the CS. Good job. Nice. Okay, she's tumbling unnecessarily. You can't tumble and dodge an auto attack. Tumble to dodge skill shots that can hard CC you. Okay, why would you condemn? At this point, she's just using spells to use spells. She didn't necessarily need to condemn there. It's more of just dodging with tumble instead. Which is why I usually opt to max out tumble most of the time if I look at the matchups. But Silver Bolts is fine because they got a lot of like they're gonna get pretty tanky later. Oh my gosh, she just eats it. She's like hungry too. Jesus, I know you're short range, but shit. That's another thing. Vayne's kind of short range. Gets outclassed by some other short range AD carries too. Woo! Damn. Hit it. Good job. Yep. Impatient. CSing is also a lot about patience. Oh, nice. Truly waiting for the absolute last hit. Also, don't forget, you can use your tumble. I mean, not tumble. Tumble is an auto attack reset, but you can also use your condemn as a form of last hitting. No. Okay. And this is the hardest part of coaching right here. Nothing is happening. And that's... Oh, hold on. Okay. Now. Question is right here. Should you engage? Because the support left. The support can engage. But you should not follow. Because you want this money right here. This is just as important as this. I mean, she has the ability to kite, so therefore you're just wasting your time completely. Oh my god. Well, this is a guaranteed kill now because Tahm Kench is not going to make it back in time. And Kalista is dumb enough to, like, you know, not kite back. She's dead. Now you run closer to the wall, really. Nice. Oh, alright. Good play by Tahm Kench to flash and defend his AD carry. That's probably one of like the most optimal plays. But you've already lost part of a creep wave. Let me see exactly like where that skirmish was going on. I'm gonna backspace. One more time. One more time. See exactly how much CS you miss. Oh fuck. One. Two. You burn summoners. It's still good in the end, but you really should not have just engaged in general. Three. Technically four if you count it as all melees. Five. Oh, I'm my bad. 4 or 5. Oh, okay, now you don't. Okay, so you missed 4 CS plus a cannon, 3 CS plus a cannon, or 4 CS total. Grand total of about 100 gold. Bill's water cutlass, boot. You're pretty much set. Oh, and warden pot, of course. Okay. Yeah, good. Good, good. Now you don't know what their Kalista is building, but she showed up in lane, so you realize, okay, she has the same items as me. Now, how do you play this out as an AD carry? Well, so what the support can do, or is supposed to do, is harass the AD carry, so that the AD carry has to burn his potions. His or her potions. Because you don't buy many potions when you've got lifesteal in the future, but when you start out in the lane, the best thing to do is to burn their potions. Because by burning their potions, AD carry will only have 1 potion. Supports have 3. Some of them have 4, depending on how aggressive they are. Like, they would give up a mana pot for another health pot. But you've got 4 full potions at your disposal. You can trade 2 of your pots for 1 of their pots. It's worth. AD carries, trading it though, it's not worth it for them. Because if an AD carry trades 1 of their pots for like 2 or 3 of their support pots, you know, it's not worth it. He missed the CS again. Why would you tumble? Wow. All comes down to ping, but she should really just conserve her tumble correctly, and that's important as a Vayne. Now, standing here is a little risky. It doesn't give anything away. But if you want a gank to go off smoothly, you want to play it as if you want to play the lane as if nothing was going on in the first place. Right here, you notice that the bot lane is reacting to a play that's happening down at river. Push, because the more you push into here, the more problematic it becomes for them to respond. You have a giant minion wave. You might as well push. It's right now is the best option to push. And if you're afraid to fight, think about their summoners. Exhausts were burned at roughly the same time. Ask your support if you ask your support, like legit asks the support. You have exhaust. If they respond yes, it means the enemy. Think about this. The exhaust timers are the same. Okay, they have exhaust too. I should be careful. Why would you tumble backwards? Just tumble reactively. Okay. Okay. Now they have an exhaust too, don't forget. Oh. He's not using it. He's gonna use it on Janna, isn't he? Wow. There it is. Wow. Good job. Nice heal, Callisto. You're so good at this game. Smooth trade. She burned heal, which is like the right play. Bill's Water Cutlass was used, right? Yep, right play. Always use your actives. And she also had a ticking pot, so during that fight there was nothing that went wrong. The only thing that I could express for her, okay, never mind. Both bushes are warded. Support placed them. Smart, because she placed the ward right here. Okay, yeah. There's also not much that they can do because Tom Kench doesn't have like an ability to detect stealth, and he didn't exhaust sooner. If he exhausted sooner, none of this would have happened. Okay, the recurve bow is a fine option, but she built a dagger, probably going towards the Berserker's Greaves. Not necessary to do that. Instead, just go straight for the Blade of the Ruined King. Like, just save up the gold, it's okay. Instead, you can actually purchase a ward, and that would have been okay too. And then switch to Scrying Orb. Your support is actually smart enough to have you covered with these two. Okay, in terms of trading, you will almost always win if you guys 2v2. Knowing that both exhausts are down, you guys can still win 2v2 because this Tom Kench is not good. So instead, they should actually look for fights and push the lane because that draws more pressure. And when you're ahead, you want to maximize your lead because you know that you just want a 2v2, and that's with exhausts. Both players using exhaust. So now that there's no exhausts, then you can guarantee a win. Just as long as you don't do anything ridiculous. I don't know, tumble forward at the wrong time or something. Like, they should look to fight as soon as possible. I don't get why he's playing so defensively. He's got his team at Dragon ready to back him up. They should really look to fight. It's not. It sounds like it's not important to fight, but like this is where the game knowledge comes in. One, they're hovering around here most of the time. Sure, you don't have to condemn them, but you know you could make them kite around and then you can condemn them into a wall. Not only that, but you want this tower so you can start sieging mid as a team. You've got a Nivea who has like massive wave clear. You've also got Evelyn who can help with the wave clear, and you also got Rumble who can just instantly wave clear with Equalizer. And you guys want a team fight too. This is why Vayne isn't that good. Team fighting is not her specialty. She's a single target murderer. Alright, yes, pressure the tower, pressure the tower. Just keep hitting the tower. What are you afraid of? Oh my god, why are they so afraid? Condemn. Good, this is a kill. You could have done this so long ago. Why are you not committing? You should have turned on ult and went straight for it. That was free. The worst case scenario, you know that Kalista doesn't have heal. Doesn't matter, you can still kill her. Why are they so afraid? She's ahead. Does she not realize she's ahead? What the fuck? CS. Then do it again. Repeat. Like they're just burning pots at this point. You're giving them this because she didn't do this. She's giving them ample opportunity to call for reinforcements, and now she's gonna get ganked. This is why they're playing so differently, because this is happening. Really? Really? You call yourself an Azir player? God, pathetic. You should be punished for his mistakes, but this is, of course, this is low elo. This doesn't matter. You would never like. Well, in higher elo, they would probably their bot lane would probably be dead and or playing so passive that it's impossible for them to fight. Why would you tumble? God. Okay, you take this tower, but you also want to leave as many creeps as possible. Okay, she's doing it right, yeah. She wants to, you want to deny, that's what I was trying to say. This is a fine play. Like, she wants, the thing is, if you want to leave this tower up, you better be expecting to get some fucking kills down here, because you're just wasting your time as an AD carry if you're not focusing on pressuring them. Like, they'll keep running all the way over here and thinking, hey, I'm safe under tower, but if you can kill them under tower, you don't need to kill the tower because you're just gonna keep killing them. And then when the tower's so low that it begs for death, you finally give it to the tower. You get it? Like, the whole point of keeping this tower alive to deny is so that you can kill these guys under the tower. It's just the outer turret. Let it deny, let it deny, let it deny, let it deny. Then last hit it. Last hit it like right now. Yeah, good job. You want to let it deny as much as possible because they lose gold. That's like 45 to 100 extra gold that they could have obtained. And that right now sounds really good for their team. Blade of the Rune King, Berserker's Greaves, work on Static Shiv or Phantom Dancer. Doesn't matter. Both are pretty good. Shiv would be better in this team comp. Phantom Dancer is more for dueling. And right now she's not looking to pick fights because she doesn't know the potential of how strong Vayne is. You pick Vayne, but you don't know how strong Vayne can become. Because she's not maximizing it. She's not optimally utilizing her kit to the fullest. And it's kind of disappointing because this is exactly why I don't like coaching Vayne players, because they don't know shit. Okay, Phantom Dancer is the right option if you're going to split push build. Makes you attack faster. Crit more and shit like that too. She really should have switched this. Okay, she did switch to Scrying Aura, we just didn't register. When she's 9, she has 250 extra gold to spare. Buy a upgrade it so that you can scout farther. At any point if they overextend, you can kill them. Why? She has a ward. I don't know if she knows it, but she could have placed it in a try. But she doesn't know if the enemy has wards in there or not. Condemn. That's a kill. Never mind. She has to really move in between her autos. It's as if she likes right clicking. You need to move in between every single auto. Fight. Closest target, closest target. Renekton, just go on the Renekton. Okay, go on the Tom Kench. Good. Closest target. You don't need to murder the tanks. Just go on the closest target. Could you work your way down? Tower, 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 tower. Good. That's a fine position to be standing in. Back out immediately. Flash. Needs the flash. Okay, it's not flash. She has the tumble defensive. Oh, okay. This is okay. Ah, she didn't have flash. Weird. Unexpected it flash. I don't know why. I really thought she had flash. That would have been like the most defensive play. The other defensive play would wait a second. Wait a second. Did he actually just ult in point? He ulted in point blank view. What? Wait, what the fuck? Hold up. I'm gonna slow this down real quick. Yo, what the fuck? You can't just everyone just let this happen. Okay, wait. Okay, she's silenced. That's fine. That makes sense. Okay. Okay, she disengaged with Tornado. Does she have ult? No, she doesn't. Okay. So therefore, all her CC is basically gone. She is feared. She cannot cast anything. Understood. Flash Frost is a stun, right? Yes. So Flash Frost is down. Crystallize is also down. Oh, she didn't take a point of Crystallize. Okay. She is the only person who can stop this. And she chooses not to. She dash dances here. Okay, so what I'm assuming is as a Vayne player, and this is the difference between good Vayne players and where's my paint program? Okay, here it is. Good AD carries and bad AD carries. Like this is the importance of having some game knowledge. She doesn't see the whole picture. What I'm assuming she sees right now, from my point of view, if I were to ask her from a VOD point of view, I would ask her, where are your eyes? And why is that important? Because her eyes seem to be tunneled this way. None of this is seen to her. But the difference is, it should be seen. You should be looking at, like, when you're AD carry, not only do you center the camera on yourself like what DL does, but you should be looking at a farther perspective, like a bird's eye point of view. And you should be able to see things that are coming at you. Maybe skill shots are harder to dodge sometimes. That's okay. You should expect skill shots to be coming towards you because, you know, skill shots are generally thrown out. Now, in their team comp, they don't have skill shots. What is the only threat that is able to change the flow of a team fight? Well, it's clearly right here. See, at first, the team fight was going in this direction because these guys are pressuring. But then, the moment something happened, aka Renekton went hard, the team fight flipped around. This is called team fight flow. It went the other way because he made a decision. Hey, I'm going in. I'm gonna break him, and maybe we can make a play out of it. And what happens is when he's making this play, the team fight changes directions because it's now less of, oh shit, we can go in forward. It's more of, hey, back up. They're looking really strong. We should play. We gotta play this out differently. Then he comes in to push the fight this way even further. Now you have two options: stop him or run. Now this is why I assume she had flash, because if she had flash, she would have flashed this way and, you know, escaped the range of the ult. But instead, in response, being the only person who can stop it, chooses not to stop it, then condemns, doesn't land on the wall. What? Wait, what? Was it her? Wait, hold up. Oops. Yeah, she doesn't have flash. I'm looking at Janna. Ah, Janna flash. Okay, I thought it was Vayne flash in place. Okay. Dead. She gets punished for her her problems. In the end, it's a win because no matter what, usually I do wins most of the time. It's just like the wins get sent to me so I can see how the person plays, and if they send me another replay, well, of like a loss, then I fix that. She doesn't know her limits, and she also didn't stop the condemn. But that's she didn't condemn Fiddle away, being the only person that can do it, because Anivia's feared. She decides not to do it. Good call on Dragon. I like how she scryinged it first before going into it, face checking it, because they might have done it. It was a possibility for the blue team to have done it, and Scrying Orb right there is actually the correct thing to do. It's also why Scrying Orb exists on AD carries and shit. Okay, she has no one to punish her for CSing here. Therefore, she should not miss a single one. Good. Okay, she missed one. It's really awkward. When you have no one against you, you should be taking all the money. You missed one. Okay. Notice that the team fights are a skirmish is waiting to happen there. Good. Should be walking immediately. She should be going to the safest way possible to get to the closest part of her team. Good team fight for. Oh, okay. Janna's the MVP here. Perfect team fighting position for blue team. Counter engaged by Janna. Single-handedly, if I were to vote for an MVP, I would vote for Janna. Babysat this garbage of a Vayne and like did a lot of other things that helped ensure that they win the game. No universe is blue team gonna win. Vayne spawning at its finest. Okay, let's back up and see what she could have done there. Alright, first of all, when did you condemn? When the fuck did you condemn? One. Oh my, why? Why? What the fuck? He's not even near a wall. 1, 2, 3. Condemn into the wall. You wouldn't have to do any of this if you just condemned him into the wall. Now you burned a summoner, and no major objectives are going to be taken after you burn the summoner. Plus, you also attack move the ward. Come on, man. Really? Nivea is also doing really well too, just alone. But the condemn was okay. So an exhausted Renekton. You still think that an exhausted Renekton would be a threat? You don't really need to condemn him right there, because there was a huge wall up. You guys are already fighting next to a wall. Think about it like this: somebody's gonna step next to it, right? Let me condemn there. Rumble's gonna carry too, because he's been top all game and hasn't done anything. But the Janna really played that really well. Like, if she didn't ult, they would be in huge trouble. She would ult after, of course, but they would still be in huge trouble. This Azir is a bad player also. Alright, CS. It's just a Tahm Kench and a Kalista. They get hard CC on you, you're screwed, otherwise you're fine. Give it to the jungler. This free farming thing is really good for Vayne too, because she needs a lot of gold to become really strong. She's a champion that relies a lot on that. How will she play this out? Ooh. Ooh. Wow, really, Fiddle? You're retarded. Oh, oh. Hold on. She didn't blade, right? Double stun. No, go for Blade of the Ruin King that shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe she just let that happen. Guaranteed kill. That's a kill too. Easy. Go in. I said go in, don't tumble in. Fuck. Well, they don't have any like gap closing initiators. She missed the S again. This is a really easy team fight, like extremely easy. Dead. Why doesn't she last hit the tower? I don't get it. Like, why does this Vayne? Like, she hasn't lasted like 2 towers already. Hit. A tumble downward to a condemn in the wall would have been perfect, but I guess that works out. Do I surrender or something? Again with the condemns. Don't forget it's a knockback. Oh my god. Yeah, surrender. I wanted to see how it kept playing out, if anything, but oh well. So more importantly, I didn't actually get to see what she itemized after, because she's going for either Last Whisper or Infinity Edge. And if she's going for Last Whisper, it's not necessary. The reason why Last Whisper is not necessary is because you've already got the true damage. So instead, just go for the bigger crit, because she tends to crit a lot with the attack speed bonus. You only need to go Last Whisper if they actually also build a lot of armor. And as you can see, they only have 1 Sunfire Cape. And if he was actually building towards more armor, yeah, Last Whisper sure is fine. Your base damage is also going to be good as your free true damage. She bought wards, she bought pods. That's fine. She needs to CS better. Stop tumbling randomly. She also needs to realize that Condemn is a knockback, and if you hit the wall, it's a stun. She didn't do that when the Fiddle ult came down. They lost that team fight. Well, she died, but they did. I don't think they lost that team fight because Anivia cleaned up. At the same time, Janna is also a huge MVP. Janna is actually one of the reasons she was able to survive the laning phase in the first place. A good Kalista or Tom Kench would have killed him twice. She also should realize that even though they have the same items, they just won a 2v2. So she in theory should be generally stronger, which means that she has more power. Which means that if you have more power, you can abuse it and maximize her lead, so she can kill their Kalista sooner. I think that's all I can say about this this lesson, though. It's not too much because it's a Vayne clip, and you don't really learn much from watching Vaynes because it doesn't show the true weaknesses of a player, but it also doesn't show their true strengths. Like this is just one game, but I need more examples. But that's all I have for this lesson. I'll see you guys another time.